Mary with Pinky Mouse Cakes, Cookies, and Candy. I told you that I was going to be back to show you the completed product of my carrot cake cheesecake bars. So they've been in the refrigerator, and I'm going to get them out and show you in just a moment to cut them. But this morning, when I was making the cheesecakes, the carrot cake cheesecake bars, I made several mistakes. But as far as the ingredient wise, I had told y'all that I thought I hadn't put that 1/4 a cup of imperial sugar in. I had. So I actually have got 1/4 a cup of regular sugar too much in this. I'll see whether it made a difference or not. But anyway, so I guess the best policy for me is to have it measured out, because I lose train of thought and forget whether I have added the sugar or not. But it does have a lot of sugar. It's got 1½ cups of light brown, 1½ cups of light brown powder, imperial brown sugar, and 1¼ cups of regular imperial sugar. So, and I also told y'all this morning, and I forgot to show you, I told you I graded my carrots 2 different sizes. I used this one. I used the Pepper Chef cheese grater. I did some of them with this one, and this one here, for my opinion, is a little bit too large. I didn't do as many this size as I did this size. This is the double grater that Pepper Chef has. The smaller one, that's the one that I grated most of the carrots with. And if you're grating your carrots, I would recommend doing it on the small, the tiny one. So I wasn't sure. On my carrot cakes that I've always cooked, I'm pretty sure that I've used this size. But for this recipe, I think this smaller grade would be better. Now, I told y'all about getting this out of the pan. That's why that we put the parchment paper on it. And because that is a non-stick pan, I sprayed the pan, and I probably shouldn't have, because it's got grease on it's got oil on the bottom. It wouldn't have needed to have been oiled on the bottom. Anyway, so let's see how this turns out. Can y'all see? This is the cake, and then you can just cut it whatever size bars you want. Now, if you didn't have the parchment paper in there, like I told you earlier, you would either cut it in the pan or you would dump it over, and then you wouldn't have the top on top. So that's the reason for the parchment paper. Now, I'm going to, in the cookbook, it said, and I wondered why it said that. It said you could trim the edges when you after you cut the bars, and I'm assuming what they meant was around the edges is a little crispier, a little crunchier, but I like the crunch. So I'm just gonna cut these in small bars, but I'm gonna show you. That's how it looks. And you see whenever I just kind of put dollops of that batter on top of here, see, it all ran together after it was cooked. So even though it's really thick and not liquid at all, it'll run together in your cream cheese. But that's your carrot cake cream cheese bars, and I am gonna eat a bite of it. I'm gonna cut a little smaller piece. But I like carrot cake. But the carrot cake that Linda makes is delicious, but it's a lighter cake than this here. It's good. It's very good. If you like cream cheese, it's just carrot cake and cream cheese. So, it's good. I like it. I sure do. And then I'm just going to cut it in some bars. I'm not going to cut it here, all of it on camera, because I don't want it to dry out. I am going to put it back in the pan, and the pan has a lid. The Pampered Chef pan has a lid. I'm just going to put it back in the refrigerator, and it will stay good for a week in the refrigerator. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator, and whatever, if there's any left by Saturday, I can serve it to my company, and if not, then I'll either make another one or make something else, because expecting my niece, Edward's daughter and her family are coming. And they're coming on the 22nd of this month. This morning, I told you that we're going to Mississippi for a singing and a reunion. And I told y'all that we were going to be there on the 22nd. It's the 20th of May that we're going to be there. And because I had in my mind about Misty coming on the 22nd of this month, I said the 22nd. It's the 20th of May that Linda and I will be in Mississippi at the Jesus Name Tabernacle to do some singing and some fellowship and meet and greet. If y'all are interested in coming, just either correspond with Linda with her personal phone number, or either you can correspond with our business phone. Doesn't matter. Just let us know, because we kind of need a head count for the after the singing, because we're going to be serving refreshments. So we kind of need a head count for that. But far as the singing and all, every time someone calls on this number, and I thought I had it off, it cuts out the video. And another thing, Carla and Linda said this morning that the video was cutting out. Replay is not cutting out, but the live cut out this morning and even froze in some of y'all's areas. I don't know what's going on. My internet, it's the same internet I had. I've never had problems with it until lately. And lately I've been having problems with it. I thought maybe that Braden might have left his game on the computer or on his console, but he didn't. Because I asked him, and he said it wasn't on. So I don't know what's going on. I noticed Linda, when she was doing her live the other day, last week, Saturday, it went in and out some. Not much, but a little bit. So I don't know if it's something going on in the air. The weather seems to be okay around here. But anyway, we're going to be working on it and seeing if there's anything we can do on our end. I don't know, but I apologize for that interruption. I don't know what's going on. On my end, when I'm filming like I'm talking to you now, I'm looking straight into the camera, and I don't see any of that. So I don't know why. It looks like if it was on my end, that it would, I could see it, but it is not. It never did that, not one time, as far as I can see, and I'm looking right in the camera. So anyway, we'll keep trying to improve. We love y'all, and we appreciate y'all so much for hopping back on. I know that whenever I don't cook one ahead of time, that it just makes it twice that y'all have to come back on here and look. But it's just things are getting so expensive to make two of these, and knowing that we're not eating as much sweets as what we normally do. So I just did it, just came back on here, and y'all sweet people, y'all just keep on coming back and watching us. And we really appreciate that for your loyal support. And so just if you're interested in a cookbook, we have a website is pinkymousekitchen.com. and just go in there and slip and scroll down till you see products, and then we have a cookbook and some aprons and my mother's book. My mother wrote a story before she passed away of her life, and so we also have that book. And we're also on YouTube, and we have a little bit on Instagram, but not much. It's mostly YouTube and on Facebook. Everything that Linda and I do on Facebook, on our cooking shows and things, it goes on YouTube. So some of you rather watch it from YouTube, which is fine. It doesn't get uploaded to YouTube until in the evenings. Little Linda uploads those videos for us, and she has to do that after she gets home from work. And for all of you people who have been asking about little Linda, and if she was enjoying her job, she loves her job, which I knew she would. She's just got all kind of plans of, you know, how she's going to be working and moving up and everything. She really does enjoy her job. And so she's doing great. And my grandkids are doing great. We're all doing great. And Einstein is doing better, for the ones who ask. He's up, moving around a little bit better today, but he's still very sore from his little walk yesterday. He went 1.5 miles. Actually, he walked 3 miles, because it's 1.5 miles down there and 1.5 miles back. And for y'all that do not know who Einstein is Chuck, my son's dog. He's 14 years old, and Chuck really shelters him because he's got arthritis and he's just old. But he followed my grandson on a walk yesterday, and Braden didn't realize that he was too old to go that far. So he kind of wore himself out. So he didn't even want to get up and move at all last night. But he finally got up and moved around a little bit this morning. So he's going to be okay. He's just sore. So thank y'all for asking. I just let you in on my entire life. You know, my family and what's going on in my life and what we're doing and everything. So we don't mean to bore you, but that's what our page is about. It's just being real and cooking and talking about our life. So we appreciate y'all hanging in there and following us and buying our products and everything. So thank y'all so much. We appreciate y'all. We hope that y'all have a blessed evening. Linda and I will be back on tomorrow here at my house, but we'll be together tomorrow. So I'll have some help tomorrow. This morning I was a little stressed out, I think, but I don't have to have her. It's not that. It's a lot more to videoing than what you realize. But we can do it. I love y'all. Don't forget to count your blessings. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling when you know that you can depend on the Lord for everything that you cannot handle. He's the one who steps in when we can't do what we need to do. So thank y'all for joining me. I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Bye-bye.